Alright, what's going on guys? It's Almond. Welcome back to another Wizard101 video. In today's video, it's kind of like a continuation of like the whole Decathlon issue, right? In the previous video, I kind of went over everything that we knew about when it came to the issue. And I also stated that, hey, I was still going to try to go for leaderboards and just see how far I get, right? Because I haven't pushed for leaderboards, I think, ever. And I think at most, I've definitely gotten like one of the badges on my other characters saying like, I think like top 100, maybe, I think that's a badge. And I was like, you know what, let's go see how far we can get on the leaderboards. I know that there was exploiting involved on the leaderboard, so it's kind of tough to go against basically cheaters. Mainly just only 2 cheaters, right? And I basically got robbed. So I'll talk a little bit about that and give you guys my opinion and thoughts about it. So if you do enjoy this type of content, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all type of stuff. And I appreciate all the people that have been joining the Discord and subscribing. I know the end of the year is almost upon us, so definitely stay tuned till January, February when we get that nightmare dungeon. I'm gonna be busy with that, making content when it comes to all the gear and stuff like that. So never know, you never know. But I know Decathlon is already over. I'm like 2 events behind because at the moment it is Spiral Sheen Spiral Showcase, and we just had Beast Moon not too long ago as well. So literally Decathlon was like, what, a week ago at this point, at least to my attention, because it's been a minute. I could probably even pull up the YouTube channel, even check when was the video I even uploaded, because I don't even remember at this point with the amount of stuff that's been going on. I have honestly been losing track of what's been happening in the community. So yeah, it was like 9 days ago, right? So it's been 9 days since I made the video talking about how there is cheaters in Decathlon. Where's the video? Right here, yeah. So it's been 9 days. People got a general census. If you don't know what I'm talking about, definitely check out this video to see what we're actually talking about. But how did I place on the leaderboard? What place did I finish? If we pull up the screenshot, luckily people in the Discord had me and they took screenshots for me. But I did place 4th. I think I took this screenshot, never mind. But there was another screenshot in the Discords, but I did place 4th. So to me, that's still achievement in itself, right? As people might think like, oh, I mean, that's not even that great, whatever. To me, that is pretty solid for not like knowing how to push for leaderboards ever. And I know people are gonna be like, well, a lot of people backed out because the fact it is balanced Decathlon, and then there's exploiters. I'm like, yeah, that's true, right? I probably, you know, if everyone actually like participated in this one without like, if there weren't cheaters, I would maybe like place top 20, right? But a lot of players didn't participate because of the whole cheating stuff and everything like that. So I'm still proud that I even reached 4th. I think I even got a badge. Like if we go check my character, I believe I got a badge, at least from what I remember, is if we go over here to special events right here. Yeah, top 10 balanced decathlete. So you do get a badge for top 10, which is balanced decathlon finalist. And then if you do place top 100, you do get balanced decathlete, which is honorary. So if you get top 100 and balanced decathlete badge, I don't know why it says decathlete, but balanced decathlon honorary. So there's that. And then you get Alhazred's antagonist if you do defeat Alhazred on stage 10, which I have done before on this account in the past. And then of course you get varsity balanced decathlete, which is when you finish the bar. So of course, if we go to like just look at Spiral Sheen, for example, if you get to 500 points, essentially that would be like an example of when I would have got the badge. So it'd be the same thing for like Decathlon. So if it was Decathlon going on, I finished the bar, that's how I get the varsity balanced decathlete badge. But still overall, and then I'm pretty proud of myself, but I did get a Decathlon deck 10, which was something that I did strive for, right? That was the whole premise of me going for Decathlon this time around, is that I had like a deck 8 or deck 7 or something like that. I don't remember what I had in the previous video, but I got it all the way to a deck 10 with the amount of farming I was doing and then switching between my characters. I was able to get a deck 10, which I'm pretty happy about. You know, I'm pretty stoked, especially with the video that I'm going to release in the near future. I needed a deck 10. I really did, just for a specific video, which you guys will eventually see. But at the moment it's on the back burner because I'm waiting for the nightmare dungeon to come out, because I don't want to make the video and then the nightmare dungeon comes out, I have to redo the video. So once the nightmare dungeon comes out and I farm up all the gear, you guys should see a video that involves this Decathlon deck, right? But still, I'm very proud when it comes to that as well. I think I even redid my Decathlon pet recently because I did want a lot of players that were in the Decathlon community were saying, hey, I should probably go for Storm Decathlon, which is the next one that's showing up, I guess. And I was like, okay, I guess I can redo my pet in the midst of it. So I redid my pet. So this is my new Decathlon pet, which has Fairy, Unicorn, Frozen Kraken, Healing Current, and Sprite Queen with Pigsy Jewel socketed on. I know people argue that they're like kind of mad that I was using Brace instead of Pigsy, but I guess, I don't know. I can see why Pigsy is better because it's another heal, right? But for me, the Brace was casting way more often, and it was actually saving me in fights, especially with no flat res on my deck. It kind of helped out. But I know for the Storm one, I'm probably going to be using Pigsy, and then I'll probably socket on flat res on my deck whenever the Storm Decathlon comes out, because I think flat res will probably be better. I know HP does help out a lot in certain scenarios, especially in this bounce one, it helped out a lot, but I don't know how I'm gonna do in the Storm one per se. I even been saving TCs already because hey, I gotta make sure that I'm able to do it and farm up the deck, because I don't think I've ever done the Storm one, at least from my knowledge. I checked through all my characters and apparently I've never done the Storm one, so there's probably a first for me. And everyone's been telling me, hey, since you already have balanced Decathlon 10 deck, why not just use this and just transfer it between characters, because it does have mid damage and you do want to have mid spells saved up for Decathlon, at least for the next one. So that is the plan, at least currently. But the only sucky thing is, I guess, yes, for my first time pushing the leaderboards, I did place 4th, right? I will gladly take that, but they still haven't done anything regarding Gavin. He walked away with his housing trophy and there's nothing happened, which to me is kind of disappointing, I guess, as like a community person that's just been like uploading content, stuff like that. Because if this still persists with Gavin, Reed Steed just doing exploits on the leaderboard, it just kind of makes it so other people don't want to do it, if I'm being honest. A lot of players are kind of disappointed within the Decathlon community that they just let this slide. And I know from a general census, it's like, while they're on holiday, you know, they can't do anything, which I'm like, it's fair. But if these two players don't get any sort of punishment, I kind of like lost respect for KI in that sense, because I will always bring up the whole Hunt House situation, because that versus this is completely different. And the fact that the player in slot 1 and the player in slot 7 is not getting any punishment just makes me lose respect for the company as itself. And it just makes me not want to do all these competitive game modes, like for example like Decathlon or PvP. PvP has its own issues. I mean, I'm not really going to talk too much about it. And then same thing with leaderboard stuff and competitive stuff. I don't like doing too much. Like if I like Beast Moon, I don't mind the PvE Beast Moon. I don't want to do the PvP Beast Moon. Same thing with the PvP stuff. I don't know if I want to do it because it does get toxic at times. And I've seen how bad it gets in the community. So that's why I try to stray away from this type of stuff. But yeah, the boards are like its own separate thing. So hopefully it brings attention to the devs. I mean, there were some things happening on Twitter. I guess we can pull that up real quick. Definitely follow the Twitter if you guys haven't. But Frenzy Gamer, another person in the community, was talking about Decathlon, and they brought up my video. A lot of people have been bringing up my video on Twitter, and it's been causing a havoc of tweets. Especially Mr. Goldfish Man is in the whole argument with Greg. If you guys don't know Greg is a dev, and they literally said that they're not playing favorites. So I'm assuming that they're looking into it. I don't know how fast they will. I mean, this is since December 18th. I mean, it's already the 27th. I know that they're on quote-unquote vacation, so who knows, right? We can't really say much beyond that. We'll just have to wait and see. And hopefully this makes it like they look into it before Storm Decathlon, because what's stopping those two players from doing it again? Really don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. But that's kind of all I wanted to talk about for today's video. I'm still kind of glad though. Top 4 or top 5, I'll take it, you know. For not ever going for leaderboards for my first time, I think I did pretty well, and it would have been insane if I got top 3 for my first time ever pushing the leaderboards. That would have been insane. But I do need to improve on a lot of things if I ever want to do that again, which I don't know if I will, right? I don't know, because the Storm Decathlon, I'm not going to be able to push on leaderboards. I don't think so. And I'm probably just going to be farming runes, if anything like that, because I do want to eventually have a bunch of deck 5s just to put on each of my characters regarding their school. So that's kind of like the interesting factor, I guess, and it gives me something to do on Wiz, because not much for me to do right now currently on Wiz as a PvE player. Like, yes, of course I can hop in PvP, I can hop in Beast Moon whenever that's active, or Decathlon, but when none of those events are going on, and if nothing like persists my way, like whether it be like PvP, which I kind of don't want to do too much, but if there's nothing for me to really do, it's kind of tough making content in that sort of sense. So I'm just kind of going based upon all the stuff that people have been requesting from me and just uploading that type of content. So hopefully you guys been enjoying all the videos at least, and I'm still trying my best to strive for making better content per se. And yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all type of stuff. Join the Discord if you guys haven't. I know we're close to getting 600 members. I don't know if we'll reach 600 members by the end of the year. I mean, we have 4 days left, or 5 days depending on how you view it, till we hit January 1st, and we'll see. I mean, currently we're at, I believe, 580. So the fact to get 20 members within 4 days, I don't know. It's possible. It's definitely possible, but we'll have to see. And then if that happens, I think I reached both of the goals I wanted to reach by the end of the year. 600 members, and then on top of that, reaching 3K subs on YouTube. I think that's that's so solid. But we'll have to wait and see. But that is it. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.